Hello everybody, I'm Catriona Morten. I'm a sensory motor psychotherapist, and today I'd like to talk to you about when do you know it's the right time to go and see a therapist, or just when it's time to seek help. Before I jump into that, if you're enjoying these videos, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, because it really helps us get our message out there and speak to more of you. Very often, I think a lot of people have a kind of misconception that you should only go and see a therapist, seek help, when things are completely falling to pieces, when you're unable to cope, when you're just on the floor and can't function anymore. I would say that's probably too late. Not too late to get help, but an awful lot of suffering and pain has gone on before that could have been alleviated so you don't get to that place. And it's different for everybody. But the most important thing is that it's right for you. It's not what other people are telling you. Yes, other people can bring your awareness to something, but it's really got to be from you. You've got to know what it is that you are noticing that's happening to you. And it can sometimes help to just kind of pose some questions to yourself. Are things more difficult now than they were a few weeks ago, a few months ago, a year ago? Are you able to do the things that you want to be able to do? Or are there things that are stopping you? Are you more anxious about certain things than you used to be? Have things changed? And, to take it from that place, that is my life what I'd like it to be? Because if the answer is no, then your head might be able to tell you the reasons why that is. But often those blocks, those things that are starting to limit us, they can be things that have emerged from the past that have started showing up. Some things that were okay, but they've just loosened off a little bit, that make you more anxious, make you more fearful than they used to be. Sometimes things happen to us and they have a much bigger impact than we think they're going to have. And, sometimes they can be things that don't seem massive big deals, but if they've impacted on you and your life and the way that you feel isn't the way that you want it to be or the way that it used to be, then that can be a really good time to go and talk to a therapist, to go and seek some help, to start that inquiry of, I wonder what that could have been about. I wonder what it was when X, Y, or Z happened. I wonder what it has impacted on us. Those belief systems, those old experiences, those bits of developmental trauma that are just showing up right now. A therapist will help you track that back. See what it is that's emerged. See what it is that's stopping you getting in your own way. And help you understand it, and then help you work through it, either to process some of those things or to be able to change some of those belief systems, those patterns, have a new present moment experience of something that's very limiting, of finding a way of recognizing those things, understanding them, and what to do about them before they escalate and get worse and worse and worse. If you notice that it's a bit harder to get out and to do anything, now you're making more excuses not to go out and see people, that you're withdrawing more and isolating yourself more, sleeping more, spending longer time indoors than you would like to, and again, making all sorts of reasons in your head as to why that could be the case. If we don't do something about that, then it can go on and on and on for a long time, and therefore making it even more difficult to go out and do the things that you used to do. And sometimes those things increase instead of getting better. If things resolve themselves and move through, absolutely fine. It's when things stick. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like your world, your life is shrinking and you are kind of shrinking with it, then that can really escalate into things, it can build up over time to quite a significant sense of agoraphobia, or needing to be with somebody the whole time and not be able to do anything yourself. Things can just impact on us and we don't know why, but a therapist will help you unravel those things before they get really, really debilitating. A lot of people talk about feeling more depressed, feeling more anxious. Are you procrastinating more? Are your thoughts getting a bit more negative? If you're being a little bit more pessimistic about everything than you used to be, then again, before it starts to really spiral into a very deep down, very kind of overwhelming feeling and experience, then that can also be a really good time to go and seek help. A lot of us are really good at, oh no, I'm fine, it'll be fine, it'll resolve itself. Make a note of how long it's been like this. And if you can't remember, ask someone. Get a sense of how long has this been going on? Is it getting worse? Or is it just not shifting? And instead of just sitting and hoping and waiting, that can be a good time to go and get help. Don't wait until it gets absolutely awful. Oh no, a therapist, they'll just say, I'm absolutely fine. Why am I wasting anybody's time? Oh, I'm just being a bit oversensitive, a bit silly. If your life is a bit limited, more than you would like it to be, we only get one life. We really owe it to ourselves to be able to be the best version of ourselves, to do the things that we want to do. It's not for other people often to tell us. I've had quite a few people come to me over the years because someone's told them that they want to come. And often they're quite willing to come, find out what this is about. But often when we unpick that relationship, there's a problem within the relationship. It's not the problem with the person. And not often, but sometimes when people have been sent because somebody's told them that they need to get help, that there's something wrong with them, they're not quite right. It's often those people who are either not very invested in the therapy, or they're being made to believe that there's something about themselves that's wrong. Have a little look at the relationships that you're in around you. Have a look at the things that are bringing you joy, that are making you feel good, that are validating you, that are giving you good energy, good messages, good intentions. If that's the case, then there might be some things in your life that actually you need to make a look at and change, and then see how things improve. The impact that very negative people can have on us is huge. We're energy. We bounce off other people's energy. We're way more energy and water than we are actual matter. And we often don't give enough credence to energetically how people are affecting us. If those things need looking at, then do those things first and see what happens. It's when you either really don't know what it is, I keep feeling like this and I don't know why, before it escalates, maybe go and get some help. Even just talking to someone. A talking therapist can be great to start just making sense of things. If it's an underlying trauma that's been kind of given a nudge, that it's unsettled itself, then you might need somebody that works with the body, either somatic experiencing or sensory motor. But it can never hurt. And a therapist should never give you the impression that, you're wasting their time, or, don't be silly, there's nothing wrong with you. You might have had that message. You just have to toughen up. You might have had an awful lot growing up over the years. And, it's time to kind of put that to one side and say, no, how is my life? What is going on for me? Maybe write them down. Keep a bit of a journal. That can be a really good measure. What did I want to do today? What was I able to do? What excuses did I give myself for not doing it? Or how much am I beating myself up now for not doing those things? How much am I avoiding things? just get a measure of, are things not moving in that direction? Are there some blocks? Are there some things that are sticking? That's a really good time to go and seek help. If your mood is consistently low, there's probably a very good reason for that. And I know when people go to the doctor, the first thing they'll be given is an antidepressant, and I'm not knocking that, but there's always a reason. There's always a backstory. Either we're having a reaction to something that's happened, and it's just really difficult to get over. You know, some people have a bereavement and they just can't get over it, and it can have a massive impact on the rest of their life, and a very limiting one. When I say it's not based on what other people are telling you, sometimes people can give you a really big heads up, but it can't be for other people to tell you that you really need to go and seek help, because often either it's about a problem in a relationship, or it's really got very noticeably difficult, and you maybe should have kind of taken a note before that and thought, no, I am going to go and seek help. I think therapy still has a big stigma that you have to be in an absolutely terrible place in order to, justify going to seek therapy. If your life is not going the way that you want it to go, if you don't feel the way that you want to feel, if your mood is low, if you're always negative thinking about things, if your energy levels are really, really low and you can't shift them, it's probably something going on internally that is the root cause of that. So don't be afraid of seeking help. Don't be afraid of reaching out and going to a therapist. On the most occasions, you'll get a really good, validating, welcome response. Therapists are there to help you be the best version of yourself. They're not there to tell you how things should be, but to be guided by you. They're there to spot the things that you can't see, make sense of the things that are not making any sense to you. I hope that's helpful. I hope that's useful. I hope that resonates with you. And if you've enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.